Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's been a while, but I'm back again now, and I hope to be making a few more videos for you in the very near future. The last time you saw me, I was going around various motorhome dealerships in my local area-ish, looking for a camper van or a motorhome, a used machine, and I had a budget of roughly around £40,000, and I was looking to see what I could get for that kind of money. And I had some things in mind that I really wanted in a van, and I wanted to see if I could get those things on that budget. So the first thing I wanted in a van was low mileage, say 50,000 to 80,000 miles, something like that. And I discovered in my search that actually, for that budget, I could buy something that had 20,000 miles or less. So that sort of ticked the boxes. So another thing that was important to me was having a fixed bed. I'm a bit of a lazy sod, and I don't want to have to get up in the morning and have to pack away a bed to convert it into a sitting area, and then in the evening having to get all the bedding out and everything and make up the bed. And I know it probably only takes 2 or 3 minutes, but it's just not what I wanted. The other thing I wanted was a cozy area to sit in. On my search, I found a lot of vehicles which had dinettes, and to me, they just didn't look like an area that was comfortable. If you've got a family, 4 of you, whatever, okay, it's okay for sitting around and eating, and for maybe playing board games or something like that. But if you just want to sit down, chill, listen to some music, read a book, whatever, you know, they just didn't look that comfortable to me. So I ruled out a dinette. The other must for me was to be able to go off-grid. And I know that's difficult in the UK. All parking areas seem to have no overnight camping or such like, you know, rules and regulations, you know, so it's a case of having to find a Brit stop, for instance, or stay on campsites. Now I've got a plan to go down to Cornwall because I've got family down in Cornwall, and I was looking at on the Britstops website, and it's very lacking in places to stay down there. I'm hoping that that will improve, but at the moment it isn't that good. But when I go to Europe, and I intend going to Europe, there's lots of places where you can park up for the night. I was in France back last May, and there were some really nice sort of laybys off the roads, which had trees, and they even had picnic tables, you know, and many of them I did see motorhomes parked up for the night, you know, and as long as you don't put up an awning and a couple of chairs outside, you know, it's absolutely fine. Or you go and stay at Ayres for less than half the price of a campsite. And if you're only staying there for one night, you know, I want to be able to have enough power in that van to sustain me for a few days. And most of them, the motorhomes and camper vans I saw, they were, for my £40,000 budget, they were 10 years old, and many of them didn't even have USB ports in them. They would have a 100 milliamp lead acid battery, and no solar panel, not even an inverter, you know. So yeah, it was a bit difficult. So I wanted something more than that. And if I'd spent £40,000 on a used vehicle that was 10 years old, I would have had to spend a few thousand more upgrading the electrics on it to bring it up to the standard that I want. So for those reasons, I came to the conclusion that what was best for me was to buy a panel van and get it converted. So that is what I'm going to do. That way I can design my own layout and my own electrics, everything. I can design it all, and then I'm going to get a company to build it for me, because I've got nowhere to build a van. You know, I live in a first floor flat. I've got no off-street parking, so that makes it difficult to start. So I would have had to have rented a workshop, which would have been very expensive, and buy all the tools, and spend God knows how much time watching YouTube videos on how to build cabinets and stuff like that. And it would have taken me 9 to 12 months, I estimate, you know, to get that work done. Whereas taking it to a proper company that does conversions, they'll do it in about 6 weeks. So I decided that was the way forward. So I'm going with a company called Vanology Conversions. Now they have a YouTube channel, and I will link it in the description box below. And they're going to do the work for me. So because I only bought a vehicle a couple of days ago, I'm just waiting for them to come back to me now and give me a date, an approximate date for starting. I've already had a quotation off them. And it all falls within my budget. The cost of the van, the cost of the build, it all falls just within my £40,000 budget. And I know there will be people out there who will think that that's the wrong way to do it. You know, what's right for you isn't necessarily right for me, but this is the way I'm going to go. So I get a vehicle that I want, and I'm not somebody who will have the van for like a couple of years and then I want to get rid of it and get something else. I mean, with my cars, I've bought a car and I haven't got rid of it until it's falling apart. You know, my last car I had for 9 years. I bought it when it had 35,000 miles on the clock, and it had 177,000 on it when I sold it. So, but the beauty as well of having a converted van is that if I find that something isn't working for me, I can always change it, you know, which I don't think you can do in a factory built vehicle. And also with the electrics. So, you know, I can have exactly the electric setup I want. Now, I'd like to be able to have enough power to go for, say, about 4 days without having to go to a campsite and plug into an electric hookup. So what I'm doing is I'm going all electric with my van. So no gas at all. So heating will be through a diesel heater. And then for cooking, I'm having a single induction hob and an air fryer. And to power those, I have a 460 amp lithium battery going through a 2 kilowatt inverter charger. So when I am on a campsite, I can plug an electric hookup and go through the inverter charger, and it'll charge the battery. Also, I'm having a 50 amp B2B charger, so that when I'm driving, it's charging up the battery. And I'm having, I think it's a 435 watt solar panel on the roof. Now, in the winter here in the UK, that's going to be next to useless. But when you get over into Europe, it's going to be great. So, what van did I choose? Well, here it is. It's a Peugeot Boxer L3 H2, so it's a long wheelbase, 2.2 diesel. It's got 49,000 miles on the clock, and I'm not going to tell you what I paid for it, but for me, it was a bargain. And it's a really tidy van, 2020, only 5 years old. So 5-year-old van, 49,000 miles, you know, it's good, it's good. So I'm put the van into a caravan safe, secure storage area, which is part of the conditions of my insurance, because I don't have any off-road parking at home, so it has to be parked up somewhere that's secure. It has to be on a driveway or somewhere like this. So I put it here, and so I've come down today to fit the Autovox Solar One wireless reversing camera, which I've just done. It was a piece of cake and seems to work a treat. So, but we'll see once I start taking this vehicle out. But yeah, it looks okay. I've got to come back tomorrow. I've got a delivery coming later on today, which is for an alarm system. It's a visible alarm system that fits onto the doors, and it's going to just act as a deterrent, I hope. I mean, if somebody wants your vehicle, no matter what security you've got on it, they're going to take it. But you can make it difficult for the thieves, can't you? You know. So this is already fitted with an engine immobilizer, which is Thatcham approved. As part of the insurance conditions, I also have to have a tracker. So that's a monitor tracker. So I should be getting that as well. So let's go and have a quicker look around it. Not that there's much to see, because basically it's just a panel van. So as you can see, it's just a panel van. So, you know, it's been used for carting goods around, and the bulkhead will be coming out, and new door cards fitted, and the wooden panels will be coming off, and the floor will be coming out, and yeah, there we go. So this is the wireless monitor unit of the Autovox Solar One reversing camera. Now I've got a lot of bright sunlight coming in the sun is right in front of me, so you probably can't see the screen so much, but it does work. I can see what's behind me, and it's got a grid layout, you know, green, amber and red, and yeah, it just plugs in down to the socket down there. Then you can see the camera here. So there's the camera, and it does tilt, and it fits, just sticks with a 3M pad onto the back of your number plate. And this is a solar panel, so that when you've got sunlight, direct sunlight on it, it will charge the internal battery of the camera. But if you find you have run out, there's a little flap just here. You open that up, and there's a USB port, so you can use a power bank or whatever to charge it up. So yes, that's the tour of the van. There's nothing much to see at the moment. I've got to come back tomorrow to fit the alarm system, and when I do, I'll put it onto this video. So yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay guys, well, back the next day, and it's a beautiful sunny day here, and my alarm system has turned up. Now, this is an external system from Vanguardian. Okay, so these fit on the doors. You get this type, which is a single unit, and these are designed to fit on the passenger and driver doors. And then you have the double unit, which is designed to fit, for instance, on the sliding door and maybe on the rear doors, or if you've got a motorhome, then on the habitation door. And if you haven't got a rear door, then you could mount one of these on the back, where you may have bikes, for instance, mounted on a rack on the back there, so it helped to protect those. So I'm very quickly just going to show you how we fit these. So first of all, I'm going to fit a single unit onto the passenger door here. It comes with a tool, and this tool is designed to take the cover off the unit. So you just slide the tool on like that, and then you lever it off, and the cover comes off like that. Okay, so I'm going to keep this safe somewhere. Now on the bottom there is a 3M pad. We need to get that out. Okay, but first there are 4 screws in each corner which we need to remove. So So the screws have been removed, and in the pack also comes some cleaning wipes. Now I've taken a damp cloth and I've already cleaned the area around here where I want to fit it. And they reckon for these single units, the best place to fit them is below the wing mirror. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to use one of these cleaning wipes and give it a good old clean around there where I want to fit it. Okay, so there we go. Okay, so I want it about there. Just line it up. Okay, press it on, and then using that tool I showed you before, use the other end to rub that on. Apparently what this does is it generates some heat and it helps to activate the adhesive. And then once it's on, it's not going to come off. Okay, that's that done. Ooh. Now I need to stick the unit back in. Okay, so I'm going to put it on with the wedge, because as you see it's wedge shape. You have that at the front. Okay, that's on. And then all I need to do now is to put the 4 screws on, and then the cover goes on over the top. Okay, so that's now on, and I have to admit, putting in the 4 screws is a bit awkward because they're so close to the side of the van, but it's easily doable. And then all I have to do now is fit the cover over the top, and that's on. And then you get a remote control, and if I turn that on, there we go, that's set. Now if I do something like this, it goes off. Turn it off. So you can adjust the sensitivity of them. I'm not going to go through that at the moment, but that's that. And then I'm going to do the same now, fitting. I got 2 of these double units. I'm going to fit one onto the sliding door and one onto the rear barn door at the back. And I just think it's a great deterrent, you know. So if somebody sees that, you know, or tries your door, it's going to go off. And if it's buzzing away, so it just went off for a couple of times then, but if somebody tries it again, it'll go off for about 30 seconds. So yeah, I think it's great. There is also an accessory, which is a wall mounted switch. So you mount that on a wall by your bed, you set it at night, and then if anybody tries your door at 2 o'clock in the morning, it's going to set the alarm off. So I think that's great. So there we go. That's another level of defense fitted to the van. I'm pleased with that. It was an easy job. Hasn't taken me that long at all. I should have timed it, but it doesn't take that long at all to fit. So all I've got to do now is spend a bit of time going through getting the right level of sensitivity for it. But apparently it's designed so it doesn't go off if there's swaying in the wind or such like. But we will see. So anyway, that's about as much as I can do at the moment. I'm waiting to hear still about a date for starting of the conversion. I'm sure that will come through any day now. Oh, but whilst I remember, if you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe, hit the notification bell, and that will help me and my channel enormously. What's happening for me next? Well, nothing with this van just at the moment, but at the end of April I'm renting a van and I'm going to go on a bit of a trip, so I'll be filming that and I'll take you guys along with me. In the meantime, if there's any developments with the van and when it goes in for its build, then I will let you know. Thanks for watching and I'll see you soon. Until then, happy adventures.